That's broken. I had to restart my computer because I accidentally put in the wrong pin like 100 times over somehow. Hello, welcome. Welcome. We're doing something different. I don't know if you heard that. You didn't hear anything. We are doing something different today. It is not a, gaming stream? Well, sort of. I'm not playing games. For those of you who may or may not know, I'm a developer, or I was a developer. I'm not currently working right now, but I'm trying to get back into the business. And I also want to see if I can do, other programming languages. Sorry, the fact that there's no music on my end right now because I turned it off and you guys can hear it is actually driving me bonkers. I need, like, something to happen around me to focus. It's really weird and I hate it. Oh yeah. So, one of the things that I wanted to try and program, or wanted to see if I can program, is that I want to cover Cardfight Vanguard games. And anyone who knows those games know that they were not released over to the West. It's all in Japanese, except Dear Days. And while I'll know what the card does, because I don't necessarily need to read it, well, most of them at least, I would like to be able to, you know, translate that on the fly. And not have to spend, like, God knows how long Google searching it on the Wikipedia. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. At least that's what I'm hoping to do. I don't know how to set this up. This is my first time doing it. And the last time I tried doing, like, a coding thing on Twitch, well, I lost interest real quick. But I feel like I might be able to keep track on this better. Because the project I want... I need some music. Hang on. I don't know... We'll figure out whether or not this kind of lo-fi music is good. I looked everywhere. It seems like it was safe for streaming. I pulled it from people who basically said it was safe for streaming. Is it safe for streaming? We're about to find out. Worst case, I just get the VOD goes away. It's fine. But while you're listening to that, I'm gonna actually listen to, not you. I actually have to pull up iTunes. I'm just gonna listen to my old list of iTunes songs, and if that's not enough, I'm gonna go grab my phone or something and listen to other stuff. Oh god, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Now the question is, I need to make sure you guys don't hear the music. What am I gonna play? I really don't want to listen to Final Fantasy music right now. Oh, when was the last time I even updated this? I think that's going through my Discord audio, which I haven't muted. You know what? I can pull it up on my phone. Hang on. This is really loud, though. Okay, yeah, it's not routing through. That's good. And now I'm hearing duplicates of myself. I need to stop that. Okay. Alright, hang on. I'll switch screens in a moment. Do this. Play this. Lower the volume just a tad. Move this to the other screen so you don't see it, because I'm gonna have to do a display capture. So, everything's gonna be messy. I'm gonna warn you that. Everything is going to be messy. You wanna know how messy? Well, this is what my screen looks like right now. Everything's a mess, ignore it. It's my coding life. I do what I want. So, this is basically what's gonna happen. I'm gonna remember how to code in Python, because I haven't done this since college. I'm gonna remember how to Google dev stuff correctly, cause, and you ask anyone who's done any amount of programming, the hardest thing to do is trying to figure out how to solve a problem by specifically Googling what the heck you're trying to look for. It's finicky. Then you have all the mess here, and then we'll profit, I think. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We're just gonna put this away. So, in all honesty, I only learned how to do, or I only done computer vision stuff through, you know what, where's my... So, anything computer vision is stuff like images, I think 2D, 3D stuff, images or models. I used to do an internship back in, oh god, how long ago was it? It wasn't 2016, it was, I think, a few years before then. But basically, it was just a big old project that, oh god, I cannot type and speak at the same time. But basically, we had a project where they wanted us to take pictures of a bunch of things, and using the data from those pictures, we would be able to create different points and whatnot to form in their 3D model. Since I was an intern over there, I only did like a little bit of it, theory stuff to help kick them off while the guys actually working on the project are able to do all of the other stuff they can do. In my old internship project, that was in, I believe, C++ using OpenCV. I don't think we used GL. And what OpenCV is, it literally means Open Computer Vision. It's literally just, what do you call it? Open source code. OpenCV. Open Computer Vision Library, right here. This is what it is. It's just basically a subset of code that is crafted specifically for that kind of stuff. And then I think the other one we did was Point Cloud Library. I should have, you know what? I should have brought this in incognito mode now I think about it. I'll do that in a moment. So this is the stuff that I messed with back in my internship. I did this in C++. It was a pain in my ass, and I also caused my computer blue screen during my presentation. I'm not kidding, by the way. Alright, hang on. We're gonna open incognito. It's not that I have anything sketchy in my browsing history. It's that it's, oh wait, my bookmarks are on the other hand. Can I hide these? I don't know, I just don't want it to be in the way, and also, like, it's my own stuff. I do what I want, some of it's personal, some of it's not. I don't know how to get rid of bookmarks. So, we're just gonna have to deal with that. Let me actually... No, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up! Shut up, YouTube! I just need to know. I'm just checking to see... Oh, god damn it. I closed it back up. Yeah, I think that's all fine. Incognito, yay! I don't care about my hotbar though. My hotbar's fine. Not hotbar. Taskbar. Words are a pain. So, first off, what we need to do is, what exactly am I doing here? Let's see. So, as I said before, I want to be able to cover the Cardfight Vanguard games. Cardfight Vanguard games. Which is Stride to Victory. No, that's the last one. Ride to Victory. Stride to Victory. I don't know why they're all in Victory. G-Stride to Victory? All three of these right here for Nintendo 3DS. I do have a Japanese Nintendo 3DS. It's actually right here. That was the reason why it took so long, because I wanted to make sure it worked. I have no idea if I'll actually get to it when to get to it, but it's there. And then DC. I don't know. We have CF Vanguard EX. It's not just called EX. What is it called? Cardfight Vanguard. Oh no, it does. It still does show my browsing history. It won't save the browsing history of what I search right now. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to clean that up. EX game. Ah, it's so white. Help. That's right. Okay, fine. We'll do this off on the side. It's fine. Oh yeah, it's literally called Cardfight Vanguard EX. Cool. But yeah, all of these are in Japanese only. And I don't know about you, I can read a little bit of Japanese, but like very basic, and I've played enough of this part of the game to know what the cards do without having to read the text. This one is a little bit eh. And then either way, like sometimes I might not know all the cards because I don't know all the cards, and I'll have no choice but to Google them. So this is all Japanese only for these two. And so the only game that's, I wouldn't say universal, I'll just say Japanese, English. The only one for their consoles is CF Vanguard Your Days, which is on Steam right now. On Steam, on Nintendo Switch. I don't remember if the PlayStation has access to it, but that one is CF Vanguard Overdress, which, if you don't know, Vanguard has went through what, 3 reboots? So we have the premium stuff, which is the original stuff all the way up to G-Stride, and that changed over to EX, which is using Cardfight Vanguard Standard. And then they rebooted that for some reason, and now we have Cardfight Vanguard Overdress, which seems to be the main standard now. I think there's still tournaments for any of these modes, but otherwise this one's the one that's actually being supported right now. So yeah, I want to be able to make content of all these even though they're no longer relevant, because I enjoyed Vanguard back in the days. That was the one that I was actually good at. But again, all of this is in Japanese, and I don't know about you, trying to watch someone play a game where you have no idea what anything is saying is a little bit dull, sort of, because it's hard for you to keep track. So I don't know how I'm gonna iron that one out, but I do know what could help me out is if I program something to, like, on a separate window. I'm not gonna mod the game. I'm gonna say this straight. I am not modding the game. I'm not modding the 3DS or the PC or the Nintendo Switch to automatically translate that inside of the game itself. I have no experience in modding. So I'm just gonna make an application that's going to read off of images or a video game screen, and using the information from that be able to give me a translated version of the card. I don't know how this is gonna go out, so we'll slowly wing things out, and maybe if it gets to a point I might be able to actually translate stuff like actual real cards. Sorry, I hit the microphone. In the case that people want to actually use this to be able to play Vanguard physically, with their own decks across different languages. That's kind of the gist of it. Again, it's just whatever. I'm not too worried if this ends up flopping or if I don't get the program out in a timely manner, because I didn't expect myself to cover Vanguard for quite a while anyways. So that's the gist of it. So first things first, whenever you're doing any sort of project, gather requirements. And this can go into a whole lot of different factors. I think how it usually works is that whoever... So developers aren't the ones creating the requirements, but they are helping to kind of break them down a bit. It's whomever the client is, whomever your producer is, director, I don't know. Whoever wants the program, they'll tell you what program they want, and they'll tell you all the things that's needed. And then the step down would be like what the business associates, the testers, who after talking with the higher ups, they'll be like, okay, we actually need to get this function out by the next 2 weeks, 4 weeks, something or other. Get it tested and ready, and then we can push it off to wherever it needs to go. But I'm all by myself, and I'm doing this for myself, so I'm just, you know, figuring out what I'm just gonna kind of go step by step. And the big thing is, I need to remember how to program in Python. Because unfortunately, all programming languages are similar, syntax-wise, but they cannot be programmed the same way, and they have different pros and cons to them. So I didn't put program in Python except back in college, so I'm gonna need to remember that. After gathering the requirements, kind of just narrow down what you can be done within the time frame. Because you can make a bunch of requirements, and some of them might not actually be relevant or feasible at this moment in time. So we'll just start off kind of slow. We'll hit things when we don't mean to. I'll just be writing down a bunch of stuff. I'll be picking and choosing which ones I can feasibly do. Breakdown. Because if I put down an idea and it's actually like much more broader than it should be, we have to be able to narrow it down to something more feasible. And then after that, just make it work. There is a thing that at some point I hope to do tonight, but I don't think I will be able to. Unit testing. I don't remember why it's specifically called unit testing, but I think it's just because we use the word unit in development. But basically making it so that, like, instead of having to, let's see, number 1, write program. Number 2, run program. Number 3, if program works, yay. If it doesn't, not yay. Fix it. That's just kind of like the plain and simple brute force method that I'm used to, which is gonna waste a lot of time. Unfortunately, I think a lot of my projects just kind of did that because we didn't have proper fixed tests to run it against, and whatever stuff was coded into the framework to kind of prevent things from breaking was kind of a hit or miss. So yeah, so instead of this, it'll be write program, run program against fixed data. If it doesn't work, not yet, fix it. Yeah. So basically, it's just basically adding another layer. Let's see. Write program 2. Write test for program 3, 4, 5. So it's just adding another thing of like, if there's a specific end result you want from your function or your program. Actually, I think these are in reverse. You would write the test first, and then you would write the actual program. Whether or not that's true, I have no idea. Because again, I never had to write the test. I also never had to run them against tests. I've always had to brute force them a little. So you would have the test out first, you would write the program, you would run the program against that fixed data, instead of just writing and hoping for the best. And then you do the stuff down here. And that's just a layer of testing that can be done, before it gets to the actual, like, person tester that has to test and sign it off. But again, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna worry about getting these requirements down, breaking them down, and if it gets to a point where I can actually run it against something, then I'll make the tests, but I don't know if I'll be able to get to it in time. So that's it for that. So what am I gonna try to do? Well, I'm gonna detail basically the starting part of the program, so code it in Python. And whatever imports I need. This is gonna be a hot mess. Cardfight, Vanguard, project. So the things I want to accomplish from this, I think the end goal that I want to accomplish from this, be able to God, this is where my brain's like, hey, you need to make this actually professional, and I'm like, no, I just need it to make sense. Playing the game. The game, or TCG portion of the game, be able to read, analyze the something like that. So like while I would be playing the game, all the cards are going to be in Japanese, and as much as I know how good I am back in the old days, I don't know all the cards, so I won't remember all the abilities, and I can't read Japanese. So during those portions where we're actually playing the trading card game portion of the gameplay instead of, like, you know, story mode and whatnot, if the card image pops up, I want to be able to have a program that's like constantly looking over the footage and be able to pop up the English version of that card for me to use. It's not a mod. I want to reiterate this. I do not know how to mod. I'm not going to figure out how to do that. And also, I don't question me about the legality as a mod. That's a whole nother issue. But it's just basically a program that's just gonna take in the images or the screenplay of the game, and based off of that, it's gonna spit out my translated card on a separate window for me to look at. So, starting off, I think what I want to do is let's see, we'll have a Japanese CF Vanguard image. Program will store image. Oh, I wouldn't say store right yet. We'll look at image. Program will get translated, English translated image. So something like that. So let's see. Let me go grab Wikipedia. That's the wrong kind of Wikipedia. Cardfight Vanguard Wiki. Oh, I've made a mistake going to the to the starting Wikipedia page. Yeah, Vanguard. I guess let's just use a card as an example. All right. So, say for instance, I have this. This is a card. This is one of the many Vanguard cards right here. In the game, it's just gonna be in Japanese. And I think there's additional button inputs that you can actually have this text on the card pop up as separate text. to make it easy to read, because once you get to a certain point in Vanguard, the text just kind of gets very, very noisy, I guess you could say. So what I want to be able to do is like, hey, program, let's pretend this is the program. Program's like, hey, I'm looking at this window right here. We're looking at this window. I see a card right here, and I notice the card is in Japanese, because I'm gonna assume it's in Japanese because you're playing a Japanese game. In my infinite knowledge that I am as a program, or the fact that everything just minimized. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Hang on. Everything went away. Come back. I didn't even do anything bad. Alright. In my infinite knowledge as a program, whether it's stored in the program or I'm pulling it from somewhere else, I want to be able to see this and pull out, hey, this is the English version of the card. And it doesn't, I don't actually have to pull up the image. I can just, do the English translated text. Like, I don't need to pull up an image if there's any problems with that. I'll be like, hey, program, look at image. Program will parse the text on the image and then present me with the English text. So that way I'm just looking at an image. I am pulling all of the text, only the text of the image. Everything else can be tossed away for all I care. And then the program's gonna go through the translation or whatever, however I decide to, you know, pull the translation from it. And then it'll present me with that. Visually or not, like, it'll show it to me. I don't know if I want to show it on, like, a stream or something, but that's something I'll figure out in the meanwhile. This is the gist of it. This is literally the gist of it. And for why I picked Python, honestly, I don't know. I just said which programming language is the best for computer vision, and Python popped up. And also a bunch of these job applications I've been wanting to send out, a lot of their projects is Python and not Java. I think anything Java related is only in government jobs, which drives me up the wall. We don't talk about government applications. They are a monster. But yeah, I'm gonna be using Python. Apparently this is dark mode, which is kind of weird. Oh god, the text is so small. Can I make the text bigger? A little bit. I think that's big enough. Ah! Oh, it's too big. Oh, it's not too big. It might be too big. But yeah, that's, again, the gist of it. For now, I guess we'll kind of go step by step. Since I'm trying to do some computer vision, we're gonna save this image. You're not gonna look at any of that. Over here. I need to go through and clean up my folders. No, this is a WebP. I don't know if that's gonna cause any issues. Let's pretend and say that we did. Hang on. Okay, it's gonna open up in this folder now. Okay. First things first, how do I make comments in, in Python? Python, comments. Oh. How do you comment out in Python? Use this. So in Java, I think, you would use the double slashes here to make comments, but that doesn't work for Python. Instead, it is just, if it starts with a hashtag. Is it called a hashtag? Hold on. What is the symbol that called? Sir, this does not tell me anything. I just want to know if hashtag was actually referred to as hashtag or if that was just a running thing. What the fuck? Why are you like this? I just want to know, man. Okay, I don't even know what's called. I don't even know what's called anymore, but we use that symbol for commenting. It's a lo-fi my friend uses for stream. But yeah, no. Use this symbol. The little number symbol? Number symbol? And that's used for comments. So anything you write in this line doesn't do anything. It's just text. If you go off that line, you see that the color's changed. That means it's gonna try to read as code. So if you just want to put down notes or something, or just specify what exactly it's doing, you would want to put comments. And instead of doing it line by line, if you want to do multiple amount of lines, use triple quotes. What? Oh! Oh, that's what it means by triple quotes. So instead of like double quote and a single quote, oh, actually maybe that counts too. I guess it counts. Who'da thunk? Basically, you want to have 3 of those, and then that way, any line in between this block will have comments. Yeah. So. First things first, I believe for Python, I don't believe you can make a main function, but I don't think you actually have to label it as a main function. So let's see. I believe for Python, so here. So Java, basic programming, or no, I think it's just Java. I don't know if it's just Java, but I think Java and C++. To run a program, you need a main program, or main function. So if you just think, you type in what? Print hello, and you run this, you would expect it to, you know, show up on wherever the hell you run it from. For Java and C++, no. Instead, you need to actually have what? Main function, main, give it a name or something. You have to actually put it out in like function form, being like print hello. And then it'll run, because it's looking specifically for this. Python, I don't think it matters, because whatever is here is gonna run. So if you make some function and you define it, the function's gonna like write into memory, but it's not gonna run. In order to run that function, you have to call that function here, and then it'll print it out. It's weird, but that's how it is. So I believe if I just ran this, this is actually just a text editor, which I need to figure out where it's saving. It's gonna try to save in the system32. Okay. That's not where I needed to save. That's not where I needed to save at all. I don't know why it's defaulted to system32. Let's see. I made a Vanguard project, so we'll do it here. We'll just name this main.py. Alright. Again, I was trying to save the system32. Let's see. So this terminal, I believe, oh god, how do I use this again? Does it use Linux commands? It does not. IDLE, shell, Python. Documentation. Literally, if you have any questions about like compilers, terminals, or like coding languages, what you want to do is just literally Google search like as plain as you can get, and you're gonna want to look up for documentation. You can even actually specify documentation, and then it'll link you to the official one as well as any tutorials. But this is literally a lot of what we stare at, and what I need is actually 90s. I believe, is there a tutorial listed on here? This one. Run menu, run module. Can I even run this from here? I can. Run. There we go. Okay. So this is the IDE, I guess you can say, which I don't know what it stands for. Basically, it's the thing that lets you run the code instead of bringing up a command prompt and being like, "Hey, run this file, please." But it just makes it so that you can actually code in here and then run that code immediately, and then it'll pop up on this window, which is the actual shell window for all the outputs coming out. So yeah, I just told it to say just print out the text hello, and that's what I did right here. If I want to make this into an actual application, that's something I don't know how to do, which I'll have to learn on the fly. But for now, printing it out here is good. Ow! Good enough. Especially when you hit both of your knuckles on the table. I hate it here. I want to go home. Let's see. So, I know that works. So what we need to do, I need to find my little text blurb. We're gonna scrunch it up down here somehow. I think there's an app that we can download on a computer where it puts a sticky note up, and the sticky note will always be in front of every single window. We should get one of those. So I think the first thing I want to do up here. Let's see. Do I want to store? I want to be able to open a new window. Open a new window and not read. Actually, I guess read is the correct term. Image. Maybe I want to store image. And that's stuff I need to look up right now. So upload image. Let's try that. Oh, this is where things get a little bit funky. Computer vision. I believe I can actually use OpenCV in Python. I can. Alright, so this is what you have to see if you have to, you know, it's not just open source, it's just any sort of plugins and packages you want to be able to use, because any programming language, they come with like very basic defaults, which is like that print command that I showed you here. But it does, some of them might not have the ability to do certain things, or you have to specify in this page like, hey, use python.math or something. I don't know. There's libraries you can use, which I'll figure out as we go along. But for like open source stuff or like other plugins, they have their own little thing and you can actually install them. But you have to run commands, or you have to have them inside the file, depending on how you want to use it. So for now, I'll start with OpenCV because that's the only one that I even know off the top of my head. And I just need to figure out, I know if I want to install it onto my system, I have to use this command on this shell. But I want to be able to run the program so that it can get the resources itself. So that is the question of the day. That part I have not thought through. And unfortunately, I think that's where frameworks come in. Yeah, I think this is actually the main reason for frameworks. Cause I for a while I didn't actually know the purpose of why we needed frameworks aside from organization. Well, this is the first thing I found in my Google search. Because I'm trying to see if I can run the pip command when I run the actual file, and this looks like a lot of garbage, even for me. But what it narrows down to is just, it's supposed to run as one singular program process. It's not meant for any scripts, which whomever is actually doing the coding can make it so that the script can try to run multiple times on multiple threads and processes, and that's not gonna fly. You're gonna cause a lot of problems doing that. So instead, that's where you have frameworks like Maven, where it's like, hey, you have your project organized in this framework. Before you actually run the program, there are like parts of this framework that's saying, hey, let's go download those dependencies. You can go download those and actually run them rather than having them run on the script. It's a little weird, but I think that's what the gist of it is. So your Stack Overflow is literally like the godsend. You're gonna do a lot of Stack Overflow as a dev. But yeah, so I need to install a package from pypl straight within my script. Is to install packages with the pip command, which is what we're doing. And then I think someone actually coded a way to like say, hey, import this, and we're gonna run this every time we start a program or something like that. I don't know. Which, for now, just to make it easy, I'm gonna install it on my system, and that way I can just run it as normal. And then I'll look into how I can actually do this. Or how I can actually get these dependencies in there without having to do this on every computer if someone else wanted to run this program. So, what I need to do, if you have the previous utter menu standard, blah 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 blah, remove it before installing. It really depends, because sometimes these actually add in variables on the computer itself, but if it's actually contained in the file, then I can actually put that file in whatever the heck I need. Let's see. Okay, what is my pip version? Pip. Huh? Do I not even have pip installed? Or maybe, do I have to do this? Py, nah! Py, pip install. Let's see. Python, IDLE, use pip. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's saying invalid syntax. And the fact that this is not working means that I do not have it installed. That one's gonna say permission denied. At the command prompt, enter UI3 and pip install. Where the fuck did it go? Yeah, so that's not recognizing that command. Pip not Python install pip command. Python get pip. No. Maybe command line. pym pip version. Okay, so it does work. pym pip version. It just doesn't work in this shell, which I could have sworn it's supposed to work. Because I distinctly remember having to run the pip command a bunch of times for our Python projects in college. But that might have not actually been through this. YouTube, you want to help me? No! Not with advertisements, YouTube! Let's see. Oh, really? Okay, no. I did it again. I know exactly what I did. I know exactly what I did. So... this here is not a command line prompt. It's not command prompt. This is just... it spits out the things and the broken things coming from the files that I run. This is kind of like a viewing window, if that makes sense. I've been using it as a command line, which is not what I wanted. We're just gonna... can I do a clear? No. No, I can't. I want to be able to clear this. Can we clear it? Just restart the shell. No? Alright. That's fine. But no, I have to do everything in command prompt. Ah! Stop that! Give me back my windows! I need them. I need each and every one of them equally, I promise. I think I got them all. Let's see, where's git bash? So that means pym pip shit. Ha, okay, yeah, it does the exact same thing. I don't know why that's so tiny. Is there a way for me to increase the font here? Does not look like it. So I can use either or. I think I'll use this one for now. It exposes my computer name, which I don't know if make a difference. But yeah, this is git bash. It's just basically another command line prompt for git. Alright, so now that I know pip is on there, where is it you? Not you, not you. You. So I should be able to run this, right? Or do I have to run it with the pym? There we go. Installed, and which is not on path. Blah, 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 blah. Version 2 is available. Okay, so some of this might be a little nonsense, some of it not be. It's really kind of up to debate. Oh, for love of God. I think I might want to go back to the command line. I can update the pip version. Oh wait, I could just run this command. Which I'll go ahead and do that. I don't know why I can't just immediately paste it in there. Oh, fuck. Fine. I'll do it by hand. Pip install. Upgrade pip. Okay. So now, what should happen? Okay. So now everything's installed. So that means in my program I can now do import CV2. And then there is the documentation. Let's do a quick tutorial. None of these are the tutorials I want. OpenCV Python tutorials. Ah! I think I have numpy installed. For numpy. We're about to find out. Python test numpy. So if this is working, well, if the import for numpy is working, numpy test label equals slow. So if I run this, alright, computer vision is not working, which is kind of a problem. And numpy's not working. Why are these modules not working? This is I'm not kidding. This is literally the life of programming, is Google searching. And at some points, you just do it enough times that you just know what to do on the fly. Let's see. Installed. Which we installed. Python tutorial. Maybe I'm missing a line. This is I think it might be trying to act like a script and I need to put something at the start. maybe. This is Linux. Let's try. Oh, I did that wrong. Those are installed. There's a chance that I don't have the binaries correct. Make sure you installed it to the version of Python you're using with path to your Python. That's a good question. Is this using... Hang on. IDLE. Shit. Python IDLE 2. I'm using Python 3. I don't know why. Python 2 and Python 3 are like two different entities. And I installed it onto the wrong one. Because if I do, let's see. Is it just Python 3? Fuck. Python 3 pip install. Let's try Python version. Am I using Python 2 or 3? Python version. Do I even have 2? What? What the f- Why are you not working? Well, that's a bit of a problem. Command line, come back to me. Python V. Oh! I accidentally entered into Python. That's not what I want to do. Python version. I only have Python 3. I only have Python 3. Okay. Well then it should work. Because it's running the IDE 3. Why does this have to be a pain in the ass? Which Python? This is why it's a lot easier to code in Linux than it is for Windows. Windows is so funky half the time. Are you doing card translation or voices? Right now it's just card translations. I'm not worried about the voices because, again, a lot of people already have like translations for the voice and the text in the game. I'm just trying to have a program read in a card so that I can get that card information on the fly. Python, why? It's really annoying to set up a programming language on a computer starting off. It's definitely installed. This is Linux stuff. You know what? Windows. Python cannot find module that's installed on Windows. Let me check the folder. Let's see. Is it program files or program files 86? Oh wait, where did I install Python? Uh-oh. Python. Python. Is it actually installed? Okay. Python installation location. C drive, Windows. I didn't. Okay, no. Well, the Python Excel is installed in the Windows folder. Python version of script. Let's do Windows, Python, test, import module. You can add the path to your environment so they can use pip anywhere. I don't even, it's not. This is where things get a little kerfunky, because then like stuff that you look up on Google is so outdated and no longer downloading into places that you want it to download. Let's see. Windows, Python, tutorial, import module. We're gonna look at this together. Let's see. Those are definitions. That's not what I want. Import. That's not what I want either. Compute it just as you import it. That's not what I want. It is import module installed with pip. Maybe? I promise I'll get this working. I am a professional. How to install and import. I don't need a code. Why do I need an account? Okay, we got pip. Sudo command is for Linux, which I don't have. This is okay. Pip's already installed. Version's correct. Install. Get the hell out of here. List all installed modules. Use the pip lists. It's in there. Yeah, that's fine. Don't care about this. Import modules in P3. Must be imported before they can be used. But it's not. So then Python not found. Even after pip install. I do not have multiple versions of Python. You have a package installed in Python 3.5, but you run the script on Python 3.8. That actually might be the problem. That's not what I want. Python version 3.9. Python version. I forgot I can't check in here. 3.913. 3.913. That's not the problem. In the end of the day, programming is all about problem solving. Command, you can try. Yeah, no, I checked that. Blah, 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 blah. That doesn't help. It's probably have something to do with the warning here, saying that it's not on path, but the thing is, I'm not seeing in any of these specifying, hey, it's because it's not on path. If you have more than one Python installed, no, that's not it. That doesn't answer it either. Make sure you're installed to the version of Python you're using. If this wasn't Linux, this makes all sense if it was Linux. But the problem is it's Windows. I'm at the point where I feel like I should make a virtual machine for Linux. Where was it installed again? It was installed up here. Grabbing this. It's not gonna copy and paste, I just realized. I'm so used to it. I don't know why, but the git bash that I used to use in my previous job, copy and paste worked like a charm, but this one doesn't. Copy and paste. Python 38, 39. Why do I have a Python 39 in here? Or excuse me, why do I have Python 38? Libraries, it's not in the libraries. Where did it save this? Oh, it's saying pip is installed on off the path, not the actual scripts. You know what? Windows, where to find pip install modules. Pip list v. What? Pip list v. Oh. God. I do this all the time. Give me this. That's downloading 39, which should be correct. So then why? You know what? PYM hip version. Yeah, that's what I thought. Comment this out so I don't have to delete the line. 2. Let's just run like install OpenCV. Do I actually have to envelop it? I might have to envelop. Yeah, that's what I thought. Did my music just stop? iTunes? Oh, I don't think I shuffled it on iTunes. Oh, yeah, I didn't shuffle it on iTunes. Fuck! Damn it! My music stopped. Hang on. It's a music's still working for you guys, right? That music is never gonna change. I can switch back to the lo-fi because some of that music is very nice. What are we gonna play? What are we gonna play? We are not gonna play Final Fantasy. Let's play Sleepwalkers. How do I shuffle and how do I loop? How do I shuffle and how do I loop on iTunes? There it is. Alright. Music's fine. What the fuck was I doing again? That's the wrong one. Let's see. Windows, Python 3, pip install module tutorial. Nope, that did not give me the answer I wanted. No, restarting the computer is not going to work because I've already had this installed. Is it because... It's not because of pip install. So when in doubt... That's not the one I wanted to hit. Uninstall... Yes. And then uninstall numpy. Yes. Maybe reinstall it. I doubt this is gonna work. It's probably not gonna work. can do it. I thought. Actually, hang on. So this is saved right now. CD. C code. Main.py. We just need to run this like that. What? Well, it works. Hang on. Do I have format, indent, region, tabs? No, there's nothing that actually shows it with lines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Okay. That's kind of stupid. Okay, if that's the case. Save this. Exit, exit. IDLE. Let's say, what is the purpose? Stop opening up in my system 32. What are you doing? Oh, this. Let's see. This narrows it down. Python, IDLE. Can't find module. Works in terminal, but not in IDLE. It simply occurs when multiple versions of Python are installed with different paths. So, is there a way for me to comment this out? All of it at once? No? Okay, fine. So if I run this, I don't think it's the multiple version. Huh? Oh. Do I do it in here? Imports this, yeah. This dot version. This dot path. Oh god. What does it say? 3.9, 3.9, 3.9, 3.9. It seems to be fine. What about sys executable? It's not reading it. It's not using Python 38, which is fine. I didn't expect it to. And I don't have any other version of Python running. There's no more Python 2. So why? I guess, what happens if I delete the 38 one? Actually, let me restore that back, because I think the easiest thing to do, recycle. I think the easiest thing to do is to wipe all Python off of my system and reinstall it. Even says at the top, Python 3.9.13. Which is the exact same one as the one in the terminal here. Oh wait, what if I did PY version? Oh! Well, that would explain a lot. How to update PY. I don't know. But I think this will solve it if I do this. So, Python pip install OpenCV. Huh? Oh, wait, it's not OpenCV, it's Open-CV, isn't it? I've lost track of everything I've done. OpenCV Python. Yeah, that's fine. And then now if I run it, I have a feeling it's gonna work. Man, you can no, actually no. What do you mean there's no PyTest? Well, the import works. But what the fuck? I hate the life of a developer. It sucks. PY versus Python. Okay, I don't know. I thought Python and PY were the same, but apparently not. Where is the location of PY, now that I think about it? Is that the one that's actually in the Windows folder? It's always part of the path, which is why you can find it. How to change Python version on PY. Okay. I was mostly using it just because it's a shorter way to type, but I think I'll just have to use Python from now on. That sucks. That's fine. This works, sort of. This doesn't work, but the import works, and that's the important part. Sort of. That's not what I want. Yeah, that works. So, import OpenCV. I don't know if there was a proper order for this. God, that took forever. Please tell me that did not actually take the 2 hours. Holy fuck, it took him 1 hour and 30. Oh, is it OpenCV-Python? What? Really? Where's the tutorial? OpenCV Python, that's fine. From source, don't care. It's already installed. It is already installed. That is not what I need. Okay, how about this? OpenCV Python tutorial. No, it just puts me back over here. Ah, it's called CV2. 2 as CV. There we go. And then doing this, CV2 as CV. This is the name of the actual module that's installed. But when we reference this script, we don't have to call this one. We can just call it by this now. As long as there's not a module called CV2 already in there. So now, image equals CV read. Samples. I'm just following the you know what, I could just copy and paste this entire tutorial. Which I don't know if it actually copy and pasted it correctly. Because the annoying thing about Python is that it relies on white space for indents. And if you don't know how to recognize it, it's a pain in the butt. This is probably gonna fail. Cannot find required data files. Sorry, night. Oh, it's because I need a file. TV samples. Downloadable code. Small step, we read the image. Starry Night JPEG. Here. I'll move it over. Boop. I'm gonna put this off on the side. I'll call it to the CV reader function. CV mat. But where is it trying to find this file? Not read the image. Because we want our window to be displayed. So this aired out on this line right here. And the reason why it aired out saying cannot find required data file. Which I believe means I don't know where it's trying to find this file. Because it's saying that there's no file called starrynight.jpg. And what I need to know find file. What I need to know is where is it by default trying to find this file? Unless, can I just do this? C code, and instead, let's see, that's the recycle bin. Going to downloads. I have the Vanguard logo downloaded. We're just gonna put it in here. Starry night. I just want to see if it actually reads it in. So then this, oh, it's backwards. Does that matter? I recall it mattered in some cases. I just don't know if it matters in this case. Aha! Alright. I don't know where by default it's trying to read it from. So there's always a good matter to specify the actual path itself. Okay. Fantastic. So if the image is none, it'll exit saying can't read the image. But it errored out here trying to find a file. And so normally in these cases, I'm not sure which one you have to do. Python exception handling. There's something called exception handling. So when you make some function in Java, oh god, how would it go? I think it was something along the lines of like try catch, like a try catch statement. So you would try the following whatever code. There we go. And then at the end, at any point of the code, if it tries to throw a very specific error, you can specify like exception or something like that. And then it'll do whatever the heck down there you tell it to. I don't know if Python has the same way. So that's what I'm checking right now. That's in the while loop. That's not what I want. Okay, so it's just try catch statements. So if I do this, so let's remove this temporarily. Try accept. What's it called? What error was it called? Can I just say exception? I don't know if this will work. What? Oh, it's reading it from the same file. If that's the case, we're changing the name. We are changing the name. It is reading it from that folder. Ah, okay, there it goes. So this will just catch any sort of anything with exception in it. And then output it here. Or maybe, what if I take this off? Is it gonna work? Okay. So I can specify a very specific exception here if I want to, otherwise this is the try, this is the catch. Okay, well now I know where it's reading it from. So I'm gonna make some notes for me. Oh. Now, whenever reading in files, it's reading it in the same location as the saved py file running. So I'm gonna put this down here. These are just self notes I'm gonna have for myself, and I'll have a copy of this later for my own needs. Son of a bitch. Is there word wrapping here? If there is, I'ma have to find out later. Okay. So what this is doing, this one is trying to read in the file. As you saw, if the file is not there, it's going to break. Unless you do it in the try catch. If the image is none, which I assume means like if there's something wrong with the file, then it's gonna say it can't read the file image. I think it's supposed to run this, but it didn't work because there was an exception thrown. This is just a function to actually display the to have a display window. It's gonna wait for a key press, it looks like, or no, this is how many seconds it's gonna be waiting for a key, which means it'll just show up instantly. I'm right, and then it just writes that image into the window. At least that's what I am understanding. My throat really fucking hurts now. I am chugging water. Okay. So this is, we're gonna save this as a separate file. Save as test OpenCV image. So I know how to read in an image. So instead of Starry Night, we never read in this actually. I don't know if it has limitations on what kind of file types you can read in. Nope. Here's my little window. Here's my little card. Can't stretch it out or anything. It's nothing special. Okay. That's not the correct window. This one. Then with OpenCV, you can actually do some kind of funky stuff. Which I don't know if I could show. There's a lot of tutorials that I can kind of reference off of. Let's see. I don't need the Java documentation. Also, I know you guys are listening to like lo-fi. Actually, what are we listening to right now? I can't even see what that says. Hang on. World of Scattering Flats. Oh, it's Bravely Default! Yeah, no. What's playing in my head right now is actually, God, what's the name of the song? Where'd it go? It's from, Kanaboon. Ah, Spiral. It's the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 opening. I may not be a fighting gamer, but that song is still a banger. I love it. Okay, so I saved it as that file. So what we have is open a new window and read image. So this basically does what I wanted to do, and it stores the image as image. So this one's actually complete. So I'm just gonna make notes. Store image from path. This is a very bad way of exception handling, which I'll double check on the why this didn't work exactly. But for now, I'll just do a try catch statement. It'll display it on a window. Wait key. I need to look up what this one means. Create window. And then if Wait key resolves. Print image on window. So now, like, if I want to do anything, I can just mess around with those images. Which I'm trying to see. Class index? Is that what I want? Oh my god. Look at this madness right here. I might just open up the Java documentation because that's easier to read. Sort of. Let's see, I'm read. I am read. Yeah, I think I might actually do... Maybe not. I'm read. Uh-oh. I don't know... Image codecs. Well, okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't work the way I want it. Gotcha. Fantastic. That's useless. But no, you would look for that kind of documentation. Java documentation is actually not that bad to read. I'm just trying to see. Okay, what? I don't even know what version of OpenCV I have right now. Can I check? Go check that. This is just up here. Nope. Python pip less v. Okay, maybe not with the v. Python 4.7.0. So this is the one up to date, which means this is the up to date Java. I'm read? No. Let's see. Okay, modules. This is the one we were just using. Oh my god, these are all new terms. Extra modules. What if I open CV Python documentation? Python docs for OpenCV. It can't be underneath tutorials. Oh, that's kind of creepy. And these are tutorials. This is not what I need. What I need is the actual documentation. Please tell me it's not on the wiki page. This is modules. Let's see. Index D1. What is D1? Not namespaces. Not class list. This is a little bit hard to transverse. That's not it either. Maybe I should go back to Java since there is a Java option. I read. Where is this from? That's what I want to know. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, whatever. I have what I need. Somewhere. Read. Where to go? I'm read. So one. So it has string, which is the file name. Flags, which is colors. And these are the different colors. So would I do what? This? I'm not sure if that's correct. Oops. It's saying it's an int, which means there has to be a number. Did I accidentally close the page? No, I didn't. These are all of the supported ones. Do I just put in a number? Well, yes, and also no. Just wanted to see if I can make it change. That's an image from a file returns. It cannot be read. Returns an empty matrix. For some reason, instead of returning an empty matrix, it just outright fails. Okay, so colors, you have BGR order. Let's see. Oop. Here are the numbers. So if I did 0, this will come as black and white. No? Why do you refuse? It's supposed to be black and white. Okay, how about this? Python, OpenCV, open image, black and white. So he's opening the file. He's storing the file into an array. He's creating a new image, which is the gray file. Let's see. Import, read. Oh, I have to call this. Never mind. Maybe not. That's a video. That's kind of creepy. Import. We open the file. Thank you. Thank you, advertisements. Really appreciate it. Well, that converts to color. I just wanted to know. You know what? OpenCV. Not find file. Oh! Wait, that's actually the reason why. Hang on. I'm putting in the wrong method, that's why. This is why you have to pay attention to, brackets. Son of a bitch. This is the file. Read is supposed to... This is the file. This is where the number's supposed to be. So... maybe just 0? There we go! Pay attention to brackets, folk. Okay, I think this is a little bit easier for me to read. Okay. So... this does what I want it to do. That's perfect. That's fine. Let's see. And read. String file and int color mode. Okay. So in this case, I'll have these imported. We'll sort this in a function. So hang on. First, how do I Python display a window? Creating UI using Python Tinker? Do I put it up here? First things first, we're gonna put this up here. Get it out of the way. From Tinker import all. Window equals TK. Window title. Hello Python. Window geometry. Oh god. 200 times plus 10 plus 20. Window main loop. I got a window. Okay. So, we're gonna save this back as main. I got the gist of what I want. So from here, I'm gonna start putting down variables. I believe, what was it? Is it just var? Python variable setting. No, I don't even put anything in front of it. I just give it a name. So, window title equals main window title. Can I put spaces? Do you allow spaces? I think you allow spaces. Vanguard program. Then instead of this, I put this down. There we go. Look at it. Look at it! Look at that tiny little name right there. I'll give it a proper name later. It's actually better to set things as variables so that you don't have to go... If you have to use this multiple times, you don't have to go through everything. So... Python tincture window.geometry. What does this method do? Oh, this is just a fixed geometry. Python. Enter window. Let's see. Resizable window. Let's see. Window. Resizable height equal none. Width equal none. There we go. Look at it. Whee! I don't know how important this is. So this does it in pixels. What is geometry using these pixels for? You know what? Python. Enter documentation. This literally does not help me at all. Docs. None of this helps me. God. I guess that's the good thing about Java, is that finding the documentation is actually pretty easy. Okay, what about geometry? Did you just pull up a fucking Google search inside your own website, sir? Ow. Ah, here it is. It's a little bit unorthodox. This is what I put up, by the way. This is its website. There's a search bar up here. It's just Google search, and look at all these ads it has. I don't know either, man. Alright, so geometry string. It takes the width and the height, and the X and the Y, which is the placement of where it's gonna be. So if I don't do anything in here, it's just gonna default to 0, 0, I assume. I believe... Is it by resolution? Oh, God. Yes, it is. And I can somehow resize it. For whatever ungodly reason. Okay, I don't want to make it that big. We'll just do 1080 by 500. Okay, maybe not that wide either. Just do it by 500 by 500 and then move it accordingly later. Okay. Now that we got that window, I have a window now. How do I insert my image into the window? Using OpenCV with Tinker. Create an instance of the Tinker window, which is this. Set the size, which is this. I also put a title on there. What's the difference between this and label, though? Create a label to capture video frames. I don't know what that means. Find function to show frame. Convert image to photo image. So let's take this. I think I have to wait before I main loop. And then image tk equals image t. Oh wait, that's an actual thing I have to add. Image tk photo image equals image. Where is label coming from? That's what I don't understand. I guess we'll make a label. I don't know what this is for. I'll look it up later. But all I know is I need it for this method for some reason. I feel like something's gonna break. No module name PIL, which means... Ah, there it is. Something called pillow. Python pip install pillow. Now it should be able to run. When is not defined. Why is it not when defined? Oh, it's because it's a window. Let's try that again. That did not work. If mode not in 1L, RGB, or RGBA, ambiguous, use any or a all. Where is this complaining about? Line number 37. Oh god. Right here. I think it's because this tutorial is doing multiple images instead of just one. Okay. So maybe image TK still needed. This still needed. This may not be needed. Okay, hang on. We open the window. We give it a title. We give it a size. There's label, which apparently is needed to actually load in the image. This is me loading in the image. I don't need to rearrange colors. So label equals window, or label window, image equals img. We're gonna need to convert it back. Ah! Well, there you go. There's the matrix right there. Okay, yeah, I do need to convert it. Is this. Okay. So, oh god, how do I explain this? So when you have an image, when you have like a little image like this, right? Technically, it's every single pixel in this image is a number. Like this image is like a matrix, I believe. And so as you go through pixel by pixel by pixel, the numbers are different, which denotes like the color, the information in there, blah 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 blah. And that shows up as a matrix, which is why this showed up like this. Or no, I think every pixel is a matrix per number. I don't know, it's been a while since I've done image processing. But that's why it's airing out, probably because it has not been converted correctly and I'm trying to shove it into something that was expected to be converted. Pikachu is not defined? Hello? Oh, it's because of this. Because this one was expecting it not to be defined. Sir! There we go. Sort of. Non-type object has no attribute grid. Number 41. Actually, yeah, why is this here? Hang on. I don't even know where I got that from. Okay, that works. So what this does, I have a title. That's the starter window. This is the name and the metrics of the window. This is the image that I'm reading in. This is the RGB definitions that I'm splitting from this image. I believe all three of these are the exact same. There's a merge function to merge these back into, why is this called image again? Oh, I understand. It's set up blue, green, red because you're splitting the image by reversing the RGB values, and then you're re-merging those values back into the image. That's kind of funky. I don't know if that's gonna break things. And then this is the thing that actually converts it to a proper image for it to be able to slap onto a window, I believe. So if I were to take this away... No, I already tried that earlier. That's how it aired out before. Like, there is absolutely a reason for this whole mess here. I just don't know about it right now. But either way, I got my little picture in here. So... the next thing to do, I'm gonna see if I can retrieve the text information. Let's see. Python, OpenCV, scan for text on image. Text detection and extraction. That's what I need. Requires me to install another thing. Python m that. Okay. So for this, we're gonna get rid of this now. Put it up here. Actually, I'll just put it both up here because I'm gonna edit this. Let's see. CV import pytesseract. I really hope it doesn't expect me to know the location of where we put that. Well, this is the first thing that I saw. Let's see. Oop. Create display window. Read in image. Convert image. RGB values. Place in label of window. Run window. I believe it's something like that. I don't know what the purpose of what I have in my hand is. That's what it says. Mention installed location of Tesseract CR in your system. Which I'm pretty sure this has to be changed, but whatever. Ooh. I don't know if this one wants me to convert it to grayscale, which I'm not sure if that's a good idea. We're gonna have to see. It's just one of many ways to find the information. We're just gonna try it out. Create an image. Let's convert to grayscale first. Convert to grayscale. Gray image. CV. Convert color. Image. CV2 or CV. Color. BGR to gray. O2 threshold, which is something that is very mysterious to me. It is a thing. I think the rest is all copy and paste. Try to understand it. Okay. Let's get paste this in. Oh my god, this is such a clusterfuck! I'm just gonna let this run. It's probably gonna break. But I need to understand what this code's doing. Let me just take every single version of CV2. Actually, You know what? We're just gonna use CV2. Because this is actually more aggravating. CV2, 2, 2, 2. Because it's not gonna be the last time I'm gonna run into this issue. 2, 2. Alright. Gray is not defined? Oh, it's because I changed the name of it. That is on line 49. There it is. Gray image. Whoa! Line 255. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, this is in the actual sub-process. Oh, crap. What did I do? This is where things get really kerfunky. Because then you have errors. The first error that it shows you is actually not the real error. The error actually came from down here. 91. It's not installed or it's not on your path. Yeah, that's what I expected. That is actually what I expected. Which means it's in the app data. How do I get there again? Local app data? Is that it? Yes. Python. What the fuck? Where's Python again? Local. I'm in local. Microsoft. I found the Undertale folder. Microsoft. Windows app. Oh wait, no, that's not correct. Python version. That's what I want. Where do I find? Wait, no. Python. Pip list v. App data local packages. Python Software Foundation. Why is it so convoluted? Cache. This is not gonna work, is it? I don't think this is gonna work. Ah! What did I do? Oh, it's probably because of this. Oh, it's also because there's no... No, this works. Cannot decode bytes in position 2, 3, truncate. What? Don't know what the hell it's talking about. Is it from one of these? Is it from you? What is this? What is this error? Syntax error. Unicode escape. Ba, 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 ba. Oh! Oh! That's the reason why they... Oh! I understand now. Hang on. Which means... this will be literally solved if I do this. So, in programming, this slash that's going from up to down over here, by default, that's how all of the, File Explorer paths are gonna come out as, but in programming, some of those actually mean things. So like slash R or slash U or slash, what was it again? There was one for escape and new line. They actually mean something. They actually mean something in a code sense, and slash U is one of them. It is getting confused because it's not reading as a path, which is why you usually have paths in the opposite order, I think. Okay, yeah, that'll fix it. Sort of. It's a different error coming out now. Yeah, it's a different error coming out. But yeah, this is the reason why encoding, these are either backwards, or you see an instance of doing this, which just basically tells it saying, hey, you see the slash? It's not a coding thing like you think it is. Don't read it like that. Read it as an actual slash. Okay, so what is this error? I just want to see if this works. Oh god, I can't read this. File 91, text equals PySerect. Shit. Okay, this one's specific to the code that I'm trying to figure out. So 91. Apply OCR on the cropped image. This is the problem child here. And I'm not sure why, because I'm running this program to understand what the hell is going on in here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do instead of that... Well, first, I'm actually gonna save this, so I don't have to type out this long ass... Because this is actually a pain in my ass, trying to read this. We're gonna put it up here real quick. Then everything from here is getting erased. Because I'm going to replace it with the tutorial. Wherever the fuck it is, because now I don't know where it is. So we have a sample image, which I'm going to put in the Vanguard project. I'm going to copy and paste this entire bit right here and paste it here. So instead of this, I'll just do tests. I want to see if this runs. Huh? Assertion fail. Why? I just copied and pasted directly as it is. Oh, wait. I shouldn't put this up here. First of all. Okay. That still fails it. It's failing on line 41. Which is this one. Here's a question. Why is it failing? Oh, it's empty? Oh, it is because it's empty. Because for some reason, this is called number 4. Oh, Jesus. Now it's failing on this one. No, this is the exact same area where it got failed. Okay, maybe this is not the best way to do it. Ugh. Okay. This is something I'm probably going to revisit. Mostly because I'm getting lightheaded. But this is kind of the stuff that just gets a little bit convoluted in terms of computer vision. Because that's not the only way to read in text. That was just the first one I found. And like, I was more than happy of like running through it, just making sure I understand what the hell's going on. It's failing on this step, which I'll put a note up here. Never mind, I won't put a note up there. I'll make a note to myself saying that's failing on here, because it's having an issue applying it, and I think it's because of this line, because it specifically wants this, and I basically gave it back the thing that it downloaded itself. So I don't know if where I need to find this, or if I had to download it separately. That's probably the reason why. And when I look for other options, anything to do with computer vision in general is just gonna get very messy and convoluted if you don't know what the hell you're doing, like me. So then there's like other options I can do, but I need to understand what the hell they're doing. Basically, I don't know how it's capturing that as text, but apparently it is. But like what this program is doing up here is recognizing these as text boxes, and then we're able to store that in as data. I don't know why it's not capturing this one though. They like this. So there's multiple ways of doing it, and you're just gonna have to kind of figure out. And so I think what I was trying to do earlier, this is why I was trying to convert to black and white, so that you're able to read the text like that. There you go, like this. And that's what you're trying to save it in, and then write into a file. So I'm actually gonna favorite this, and we'll wing it with that. But yeah, you can see how very mathy and confusing it can get. It's pretty bad. I don't think I'd if I somehow get into a field in computer vision, I'll be both happy and very sad, because this is gonna hurt me brain so much. But at least I am slowly getting the hang of Python, and also annoyed at Python does not equal PY, but that's beside the point. Now that I know, yeah, this is more of what I was kind of looking out for. How does this count as text? There's always room for error. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here today, because we made a little bit of progress. I know how the Python, I know the differences between everything, and I understand what the CV stuff, the computer vision stuff is doing, and I was just trying to go on to the next step. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna put this back as normal. I'm gonna make myself a note up here. This is what's running. It just makes a picture, which is fine. So up here, program reads in a picture, then places picture in the label section of the window. I think it's the label section, or maybe it's just something rather. I'll look into this later. And so what I need things to do next time. Look into text detection options. Understand how it's detecting the text. Write text to file. Write text to window. Something like that. These are just kind of extras. I don't need to write to either or. I just need to have it stored. And then I can compare that. But I think comparison's gonna be too far off for me to do right now. But yeah. That's just the vlog. My throat hurts because I did a lot of talking. But yeah, this is just kind of what this is sort of what I did as a developer. I'm trying to get back into the business again. I can't guarantee it's gonna be like this, but like, it's nice to understand what the heck's going on for something that I am not used to. If it was in Java, it would make a little bit more sense. Python feels a little too simplistic for my brain to fully understand, but it's not as bad as C++. It's ironic because I think C++ was the main language that I had the most knowledge about in college, but it was also the most confusing thing. Do I have Visual Studio? Yes I do. I need you to look at Visual Studio for me. I need you to understand how complex this bullcrap is. Well, aside from this, it's not working. Hang on. It's broken. It's now loading. Okay. So, this makes sense to me. It's the same as imports. This makes sense to me because it's, well, the format of it makes sense because, like, it's similar as Java. Namespace is a little hit or miss because I think for default, C++, you use a basic namespace as your main thing. Actually, I wonder if it's anywhere in here. Because like using namespace blah blah blah, and that's what we use all of our time in the basic main function somewhere. I don't know. Don't get me started on design. That's just a UI stuff that I'm not familiar with at all. Classes I'm familiar with to a certain degree. This I'm familiar with. It's when, like, coding wise, it's mostly familiar. Some of these is a little confusing because I'm trying to rename. I wanted to name them to make a little bit more sense instead of just saying button 1, button 2, button 3, and then now everything's broken, which is why I dropped this right now. But then it's like, where is it? How do I find it? Property manager. You have stuff like the property manager, solutions. Oh, the solution explorer is very self-explanatory. The properties. Damn it, I don't have a good example, but like when you hit the start button, you're actually running it with a whole bunch of other variables. And anytime I ran a project in C++, it never made sense to me because it's running against all these different variables. Hang on. Let me find you a command line. complex C++ command line arguments. I want you to understand that like half of the stuff that we did in college, we ran it not knowing what a good majority of it was. Unfortunately, I don't think I can find a good example. Ah, crap. But yeah, basically it resulted us having to do like a lot of parameters. So like we did something along the lines of like, this is not correct. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not correct. And it's just take it as you will. So I'm saying like, hey, I wanna, okay, we're not gonna write in here actually. Get out of here. So in this case, it's like I'm trying to run a command like I've been doing in Python today. It's like, hey, I want to run this file name. I have to put in a file argument, some file name dot text or something. And then I have to add in like xgcd parameters. None of this is correct. Mem 240 or something. Shell, like all of this. I had to put in so many arguments just to run it on a command line. And I guarantee you no one in the class, well maybe 10% of the class, understood what any of these meant. In fact, we got those from our professor and our professor just says, go ahead and run it like this. I'm like, okay, it works. I don't know what the hell half of these mean. That's literally my experience with C++. Like, I understand enough. I don't understand everything. And that's where things really start kind of falling off the fray. So yeah, pretty bad. And that's why right now Java's my comfort zone. Python is the weird middle child. Python was actually the first programming language I did, because people who weren't going into the field of computer science could take Python or Comp Sci 101 or 110. I don't remember what the code was. And they had to pick a language simple enough for someone who isn't focused on Comp Sci that they can pick it up. And the easiest one is technically Python. Technically. But if you give this to a programmer, I guarantee that if you've never touched Python in your life before and you start off with something like Java, you're gonna be a hell of a time. I can guarantee. One of my friends who was like the main programming whiz, he got like the best grades in the class. He almost failed on his senior year because he never touched Python until the very last class that had like one of the more important classes we had to do. That poor guy was struggling so hard because of Python's simplicity and lack of like specifications. It just drove him bonkers and he almost failed out of the class. It was pretty bad. It wasn't bad for me because, again, I touched upon it, so I'm a little familiar with the structure, and it's just trying to find the documentation. It's a pain in the ass. Before I go, though, I do want to show you what I was messing around on why this stream took so long, because I didn't know if I was going to get to it. So, we're going to go to the setting up screen, mostly because I don't have the BRVAC screen set up correctly. So, moving, transition, you can still hear the song, perfect. So, it actually froze before I started, so hopefully it's working again. Let me go to, I think I still have it in the downloads folder. So this is one of the ways of actually, I was trying to set up the stuff that I need to stream 3DS to my computer. And that's all I did. I am literally not interested in any other modifications. I'm not interested in piracy and whatnot, because it does require you to homebrew the 3DS. Come on, you can do it. Actually, no, you can't do it. I just realized because I forgot to start the program. This is all new information, alright. If I run this, it loads it in automatically. Enable, and then it should run. Aha! There we go. I'm gonna transfer back. Look at it! Look at it! I can stream my 3DS! It's actually very... The frames are non-existent. Jesus Christ. This is what happens when I, put it down to... Ooh, bad thing. We're just gonna hide the window. Where is it? Where is it? It's the wrong one. That's why I can't find it. We are going to... Not that one. Where did it go? I'm gonna hide the main monitor. Don't mind me. Don't mind me! Okay, so if it closes down, then it'll kick off the window. That was it set into the best settings possible. It's all dependent on your Wi-Fi and your router. Okay, it's not... Yeah, it's set to best quality. We'll do great frame rate. It's all based off of my Wi-Fi quality, which I kind of didn't want to do. At some point, I do want to actually have it like hardware modded, but until that happens, we're gonna wing it with this. I also have to keep this option up in case someone else actually has this as an option. What do you mean? Oh, because I restarted it. I'm dumb. Alright, so now that works. It's still a little janky because, again, it froze while I was in the middle of, like, setting everything else up. Okay, now I'm gonna... Where is my main monitor? Bloop! There it is. It moves pretty smoothly. I feel like it could do better, but also I don't have any guarantees of my Wi-Fi. And as you can notice, actually, you might not be able to notice, there's no sound because this can only output the video, not the sound. Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure that this worked. I didn't have a chance to really play around with, like, the FPS and whatnot. Oh, God. It's pretty bad, though. Well, sort of. It's actually hard to tell. But yeah, that's pretty bad. Because you can see how choppy it is right now. Look at the choppiness. It also... Hang on, it might be my fault, too. It is not my fault, surprisingly. Yeah, I had this ready in case I somehow made more progress. I can't read a lick of Japanese, by the way, but this would have been like a very easy example of what I wanted to do. Is try to read this text and whatnot. But, yeah, I just had it at the ready, so... Yeah, that about does it for today. I don't know how I'm gonna schedule this. I just wanted to do today as a test. It is now 10 o'clock. I need to get food. I just did this as a test. I think I might do this on a bi-weekly basis because I still have a lot of other things to do. You know, like making those Final Fantasy videos. And that's actually being upheld because I need to draw stuff and I don't want to go through that effort right now. I have to do it though. But I'll try to do this on a bi-weekly status every other Saturday. And we'll see kind of how we go there. It might not be this project because there's a more simpler project that I want to work on. and I think I might actually do that once. See, I think I'll do that in Java, because that's my comfort zone. I want to make this as easy as possible. But yeah, welcome to the life of me as a coder who screams a lot. That's how it does. That's how it goes. That's how it does. Honestly, it is gonna take me quite a bit of time before I can kind of get comfy in this zone, but the fact that I'm able to read and understand it is already a big plus. If it was back when I was in college, I would literally have no idea what the hell is going on. And I'll just be like, hey, if it works, it works. So yeah. With that said, I'm gonna take a break for dinner, and then I'm gonna ping Leon. I'm probably gonna stay up late today as well. But, I'm gonna see if he's available for One's Justice. And if he is, I'll do that on the Twitch stream. If he's not, then I'll have that done before raid tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Alright. With that said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. Bye bye!